we go. Another episode, all Rell Good here on the Crawford Podcasting Network. More of a positive one now, although we haven't talked since we talked last, Rich, when we had Eric Riley on. We were coming off that near miss setback to Penn State.
Penn State, yes.
And then since that time was the forgettable Wisconsin game. But we're not going to talk so much about that as we are going to. Well, we are going to talk about it a little bit. And I really want to get your input as a former player. Richard Rellford, two-time Big Ten champion, 4-year starter in the 1980s from 82. Because last year was 86. It was a great, great time for Michigan basketball, as is this right now. And Michigan bounced back. I'll tell you what, I took 2 naps yesterday in preparation. I tell you what, when I was wide awake once that game started, because I was a little nerve-wracking early on. I go, this is going to be another root canal, but they played well. These West Coast games, now this is the only late game because they only have a 2-game set.
Okay.
Barring the NCAA tournament, obviously, but so got this one out of the way to play Oregon in Eugene on Saturday at 4:00, and then done with that West Coast swing, and it's been good. But okay, your guy Aday was unbelievable last night. Missed like 1 shot. He had 20 points.
Yes.
He had 2 assists, Rich, and I immediately thought about you in this regard. When we had Eric Riley on last week, he goes, well, man, he's so tall, he can see over everybody. And he had a complete sight line. I don't know, I'm trying to think of who he dipped the ball to. Was that Namari? I'm not sure. It was an unbelievable pass.
Yes,
he had a great game last night. Your man, Aday.
Well, talking to some of my friends yesterday, one from Milwaukee. Listen, I tell you this all the time. My favorite is DeMar. I love Axel. I love all the guys. But my guy, DeMar, because he's so tall, the passes that he makes, Tom, I've been telling people this, he'll be in the NBA when he's done. I promise you. He'll be in the NBA when he's done.
You're right, because, Mara is, this is his 3rd year. He had 2 years at UCLA. And it was interesting hearing the interview with him, with Don McClain, the former UCLA Bruin, I thought was a really good color analyst last night.
Yes, I heard him.
He's very good. And he talked about, about that sightline thing and talked about, the improvement from the first 2 years that he saw him, because Don lives in UCLA and LA, so former UCLA guy. He's much stronger, more physical. He worked hard this summer.
Yes.
And other than those ridiculous free throws, which we didn't have to endure last night, I think he was 1 or 2.
Yeah. We're going to work on that.
He's really good. He's really, really good.
Yes. We're going to work on it.
He's a shot changer for the
opposition. Yes. I agree. Listen, we'll work on his free throws. I think his jump shot is decent.
Yeah.
Anything around the basket, though, and I tell you this with my big guys, I love that he doesn't put the ball on the floor.
You can't do that. You're going to get.
Listen. If you put it on the floor, I promise you they're going to take it.
Yeah.
I promise you. But DeMar is so good at keeping that ball up and making sure that he makes the right passes.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that part. And listen, man, I'm excited. I'm excited about this team. And I just think that these guys are going to be something else, man. I really do. I think that, I tell people the one loss, Tom, I'm kind of happy that it happened, because you can't go a whole season and you go undefeated, and as soon as you get in the tournament, you lose.
Yeah. It made me think of your junior year.
Mm-hmm.
You were 1-2 in the Big Ten. You just lost to Purdue, I think, at Mackey.
Yep.
And then you went on 15 game win streak.
15.
And then you beat Fairleigh Dickinson and then lost in the eventual national champion Villanova.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't have. I mean, it was that 15 game win streak, and you didn't have a lot. It kind of worried me at the time, to be completely honest with you. That you didn't have a loss in between there to kind of right the ship in your mind. Don't you think that might have helped?
Well, no, I know it would have helped, because at that point when we won the 15, Tom, we felt invincible.
Right.
And it worried me because I had friends that would say to me, "Man, I hope y'all lose a game before the tournament."
Oh, they did.
And it killed me because when we played Fairleigh Dickinson and we struggled, I worried about the Villanova game, because we were just we had the confidence is fine, but it has to be in the right area. You have to have it at the right time.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because and I remember that game down at Dayton. So Fairleigh Dickinson, this was a shocker. I mean, it was lighting up the TV screens all over. Upset alert, first round. And I thought it would wake you guys up. But, little did I know you're playing the eventual national champions.
Right.
Saturday day. So, I mean, you got to take that away. But it reminded me, when Michigan had that near miss against Penn State, I thought, oh, Badgers come to town last Saturday. They've had their wake-up call. And, Wisconsin is a good team, but, definitely beatable. And then we'll talk about that briefly in a second. But I'll never forget Dusty May in the post-game presser. Even after that near miss, there was 3 practices Michigan had on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 2 were bad. 1 was okay. And I'm thinking, wow, that was not a wake-up call. And Elliot Cadeau in our little media scrum, I'd ask him about, did you guys get caught up in your success? He says, we thought we were going to go undefeated.
Yep.
I mean, well, not only were we thinking it, we were talking it undefeated. And I think that's not smart myself from the outside looking in, don't you? I mean, just focus on getting better,
My whole thing is this with players. It's okay to be confident, but not overconfident. Because if you're thinking that you're going to go undefeated, listen, the one reality check that we had is we knew we wasn't going to go undefeated. We wanted to, but we never talked about it.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about it, that means you're getting ready to take some teams for granted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
you're already checking off wins.
Right. You're checking off wins that haven't happened yet.
That haven't happened.
And that's one of the worst things. But you know what? Now they have a reality check, Tom.
Yeah.
It's a reality check for these guys.
I think Elliot, that comment was really compelling to me. And then I started thinking about the leadership on this team. And there's got good leadership. I mean, you got obviously Will Cheddar, who actually played pretty good last night.
I thought he did.
3 buckets, 7 points. Because Kaysen, McKinney, and Cheddar, who are players 7, 8, 9, did not deliver against Wisconsin, and they did all right last night. But my point was, what was my point? My point was, I'm trying to figure out who the leader on the team is. Will is really outspoken. Okay. And he's a rah-rah guy verbally, but he's not a starter. So I'm thinking, to me, the leader's got to be a guy who's playing 20 plus minutes and should start. Okay. So I'm thinking, we got 5 choices. We got Namari Burnett, which is not a bad choice. Elliot Cadeau in the backcourt, Aday Mara, Yax Lindenborg, and then obviously Morez Johnson. And I think Morez could be a leader next year if he comes back. Please come back. But I don't know who the consistent leader is. And along that line, Rich, if Michigan's in a situation where they need a bucket, is it 6-man Roddy Gale? Is that the guy? Who's the guy that you'd want to take the shot?
Axel.
Really?
Axel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
But
want Axel.
that's not fair. You know why? Because he's a complete player. But
Yes.
boy, he started out
Slow.
shit last night for a while.
No, he couldn't. No, he couldn't. We talked about how bad he played, but see, this is a sign of a good player, Tom. As
That's
bad as
true.
he played in the first half, as bad
Uh-huh.
as he played, in the second half, he came out like gangbusters.
You know what?
And he started playing really well. And so my thing is I think sometimes because of the competition, he kind of laid back a little bit because I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think Washington was very good at all. I thought they shot terrible, and we out rebounded them because we crashed it. Uh, 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 we were getting rebounds 15 feet away from the basket, and that means that we're going to out rebound you now because now that means my guards are rebounding. And with Axel, I just want him to be more aggressive because if you're more aggressive, nobody can stop you at six. You're 6'9" playing a guard position.
Yeah. Well,
They
I
can't stop you.
think they had this Steinbach, this number 6. Who got in foul trouble.
Mhm.
He had 11 points. He's a problem. I mean, he's a good player. I mean, Steinbach.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, Steinbach's a good player.
I think is Kumari Peterson, the number 0. He started hitting those threes.
Yes, he started hitting the threes.
After hitting 4 threes, and it's like, geez. And then 2 of their guys, Desmond Claude and Wesley Yates III, transferred from USC because I'm watching you guys. Hold a second. We played these guys on the West Coast last year. It was
right.
We were playing. I can't keep up with all these transfer guys. I really can't. I mean, but it was. I think Washington is a middle of pack team. They beat Ohio State in Seattle, and I think they're decent. But you're right. They're not great, and they're middle of the road. But they're on the road. They had a good crowd. It was sold out, and a lot of Michigan fans. This shows you the power of the Michigan alumni base in these big cities like Seattle or going to LA. They were all over I mean, you heard "Let's Go Blue." Man,
listen, I could hear all our fans. It was nice to see Jamal Crawford, who's from Seattle, to see Jamal there. And they had Isaiah Thomas, the little guy that went to school there. He was there. But I love when I see former Michigan players at the games because for me, it always excited me as a player. When I played there and I would see guys come back like Phil Hubbard and those guys, I was always excited because now you want to play harder for them.
Yeah, no, I get it. And his son, this makes me feel really old because Jamal Crawford Sr. is way younger than me. Now he's got a son who's a 29 recruit. So this kid is what, a freshman? Michigan's already offered him. He's a freshman in high school.
But you need to see him. My son Justin told me about this kid, and you need to see his AAU highlights. He handles the ball like his dad.
Wow.
He handles the ball. And the kid is amazing at his age. And so, you know what I think what's going on is these kids are coming out and they're watching their parents play. And the ones that want it, you're going to tell they want it because they're going to work hard to get it. Because nobody's giving you anything nowadays because your daddy is Magic Johnson or Jamal Crawford. They're not giving it to you. They're going to get what your name, what your parents' name does is give you a look.
Yeah.
Schools will look because of your parent. That's it. Everything else you have to do on your own.
Two other things I want to touch on last night's game. One, I thought that Michigan, the turnovers were vast. I mean, 8 turnovers that's good for Michigan. Okay, you give me 8 turnovers because they push. Michigan rebounds, they defend, rebound, and then they push and they push themselves. But Morez Johnson Jr., they call him Rez. His teammates call him Morez. I'm getting used to that. Well, Rez.
Okay.
16 points, 16 boards, 4 for 4 from the line. I'm telling you what. And Tim McCormick, I think, told us this a few weeks. If that guy's an NBA player, I mean, McCormick, He loves
Easy.
it, dude. And if he developed, the NBA, and I want you to talk about this because
Mhm.
you played in the NBA for a while. I mean, you have the NBA right now is a 3-point league. You have to
Yes.
have. I mean, unless you're a five. I mean, even a stretch five, you got to have a. I mean, if Morez could develop a three, because I've seen him during warm-ups, man, knock down 6, 7 in a row. He's got
Listen,
a great look. He's got a great looking shot.
he can shoot. I have no
He would
problem.
be if he. I think he should come back next year, develop that three into his game. He would be a lotto pick in my mind. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think he's a lottery pick. I tell everybody that he's a lottery pick. This is the thing. Come back one more year. I simply think that because of NIL, these guys will come back another year.
Oh yeah, you got. Oh my God, you make
You know, you'll come back another. You're making millions of dollars. You'll come back. For him, it's needed because, just like you just said, work on the other parts of your game.
Yeah.
Get your 3-point shot going because I have no problem with him shooting it, but work on it. You got to work on it. And my thing is Kayla thinks that he's the best player on the team. Easy. That's her favorite player.
Well, I mean, I'm right with her. I mean, he's really, really good. And
He really
I mean, like Tom Izzo really loves Morez Johnson. I mean,
does he?
they fans around here. God, Carl, why we could really have used him. I mean, when he went on the portal block or whatever you want to call, Michigan got him, Dusty got him, and God, that front line, man, that's gonna be. Now they got Oregon. So here's what they do: they stay overnight in Seattle, and now they're in their hotel. Or they flew to Eugene today. They don't play till Saturday. Did you ever have those stretch drives where you were in a hotel room for several days?
Well, the most we were ever in was maybe 3 days. We didn't have to go too long.
Because yeah.
But just to let you know, Tom, players like staying in the hotels because we have no responsibility.
Yeah.
We got to clean our room. Somebody gonna clean it for us. All we have to do is practice and play.
Wait, hold up. How about homework?
Well, I think they got tutors with them.
No,
and so
I know. Did you have tutors with you back
yeah,
then?
we had tutors with
What
us.
did they do? What did they do for you?
Well, this is what like 2 or 3 of us may have had the same class, kinesiology, and so she would kind of help all of us at the same time. So you didn't have to worry about if you had 3 or 4. She would have. We would all go in the hotel lobby or wherever it is that we were staying, and we would just go over the homework. Now, when we had to write papers, that's the hard part because now that you're on the road, you can't really get the paper done.
Well, I mean, not with that. I mean, so this is 1980s. The internet did not come into play
No,
until 10 years later, minimum.
right.
How would you even do any research? I mean,
We had books.
All that crap with you.
Right. We had books. We would take. Listen, we had a bag just for that stuff. The stuff that guys had to study on. It never really was a problem because our games were not like set up like that either. We would have games on probably on a Saturday.
No, you have games. That was when that Thursday, Saturday schedule.
Right, Thursday schedule, and so during the week it was not one difficult. I always thought that because we had a tutor, it helped us because now when we get back to school, we're still up on it. We didn't miss anything.
How many classes do you think you missed because of travel?
Ooh.
Did it get you behind?
No, we weren't behind. No, we never got behind because you know what? Like I was just telling the guy, like our managers, one of the toughest times is when we had to go and get our classes. When you have to pick your classes for the season.
Go to Crisp. Yeah.
Right, we have to go to Chris. But one of the coolest things for us was our managers would go get the classes for us. And because of that, it made a lot of things easy.
How did they do that?
Well, they got paid.
They're
representing us in the School of Education. They already know. They knew that the athletes, because it wasn't just for us, the basketball players, football teams did it too. Because sometimes you just can't, you're not going to be able to make it. And if you don't, you're going to lose out on classes that you need, that's required. And so our managers, they would go, even though they got paid, which was cool, I thought was cool, they would pay them to go and stand in those lines for us to go to class, to get those classes.
I
So
mean, getting through Chris was a pain.
it was tough. But every school does it. Illinois did it. I had friends who played at Illinois at the time. They did it. They had their managers and their assistants go and stand for these guys because it's hard for us to do. Because now we're going to miss practice if we have to stay in Chris all day.
Yeah.
We have to stay in there all day. We're going to miss class and miss practice. And coaches don't want you to miss practice.
No.
They want that. They're going to make sure you get your behind to those.
I
to
was
pick those classes.
line for hours on hours.
We did it my freshman year. Oh yeah, but after my freshman year, I think they did it when we were freshmen so we could get the experience of doing it.
Oh yeah.
After my freshman year, we didn't do it anymore.
Yeah, because your freshman year, you're coming in there, the season hadn't started yet.
Right, exactly. And so it was tough, but I never, a lot of us had classes together because I think me, Paul, Jokic, Butch, and Roy all had classes together. Yeah. And so it worked out for us.
Did you ever take so we're talking 10 years prior. I was a speech communications major and LS&A, and so all my classes were in the Freeze building down on State Street.
Yes.
Speech classes and debate and all that. And I'm telling you what, man, a lot of football players and a lot of
yeah, we were. Yeah, I had communication 101. I had it.
I had it. Butch Woolfolk was my debate partner.
Oh, was he?
I did more work than he did. Let me tell you.
Let me explain. I guarantee you did. I guarantee you did. But
I just want you to say this. You say this, I'll say this.
Listen, and you know what? The students love helping. They love helping you because they knew when you were athletes. I had students who, hey, look, Rich, if you need somebody to write this for you, you can do the research, but if you give it to me, I'll write it for you. And I was like, okay, no problem. Brandon would all get with me because I always found somebody, man, who's going to do it right. Always. Because it's, you just don't have the time when you got to be to practice. You got to be there by 2:30 because practice was at 3:15. And so you got to get taped and all those things. But at Michigan, man, they care more about our education than anything.
Okay, so
I told you.
During the season, were there any times that you stressed over academics? Like, oh, I got this paper I got to do, or I'm falling behind in this class. You never had those anxiety moments?
Nope, never had those anxiety moments. Wow. Because you know what? I was just telling Kelly this too. I had an English teacher who instilled in me some work habits. And if you got ahead of the game, then you would be okay.
Oh, yeah. That goes for everybody. You got to get on the reading. You got to get a good jump on it. You
got to get, and you know what else? We never fell behind. I think that's what helped us.
That's it.
We never fell behind. We never fell, because if you fall behind, Tom, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
You missed class.
Well, I tell you one time that it snowed and I missed class, and Don Cannon was at the Chrysler Arena, but when me and Roy got there, and as soon as we walked in the door, we thought we saw his car outside.
Uh-oh.
And I thought, he just here to see Coach Frieda. As soon as we walked in the door and he pulled us in Coach's office, and he was not nice. He looked at us and he said, I promise you, the next class you miss, I'm taking your scholarships.
Wow.
I miss no more classes.
Don Cam told you that?
Yeah, that's what Cam told me and Roy. We sat in there. Listen, I was shaking like this. I was shaking. I was like, really? Because we thought it's just a class. No, it wasn't just a class, because that's what they cared about. Because they cared about being student athletes, not just being an athlete. He said, Cam said us, we don't have athletes here. We have student athletes. All athletes don't go to school here no more. So I said,
that's a great story.
Yep. Yeah. So
scared you straight, that's for sure.
Show got me straight. I go back to you.
All right, man. Hey, great job.
Thank you, Tom.
The Wolverines are 15-1. Big game on. All these games are big games.
Yes.
In the big homestand next week, Indiana at home Tuesday, and then Friday night, Ohio State at home, the Ohio State Buckeyes, and then Nebraska the following Tuesday, and then at Michigan State on that Friday the 30th. So there's some big ass basketball games ahead for these Wolverines.
Yes, it is.
the listeners of all Rell Good every step of the way.
There you go, my man.
All right, we'll see you next week, Rich. Go
I
Blue.
appreciate you, Tom. Go Blue, baby.
Yeah.